He was a king, turned into a pig. Arthur sent Guria in the form of a bird. He said to Turk, "Come and talk with Arthur." Silverbristle answered, "God did us injury enough, making pigs out of us. Tomorrow we will set out for Arthur's country, and we will do the greatest possible damage." I was a messenger at the Battle of Camlan. Arthur sent me to remind Medrod that he was his uncle and foster father, and to ask for peace lest the sons of Britain be killed. Though Arthur spoke kindly enough, I repeated his words to Medrod in the rudest possible way. Thus I am called Idorg, the churn of Britain. I left before the battle ended, and went to Scotland to do penance. I remained there for 7 years before I earned forgiveness.
I am many things. Many things make up a whole. And I am a woman. Cut it out, they said. There is no need. It smells foul and it disgusts us. When I was a child, I was bursting with sex. I was a cherry that should have ripened. I used to grip my skin in the sand and feel the strong Cornish sun lapping. My daddy would hold me in the stinging salt sea. He would hold me close. He would hold me. He held me until I loved myself too much. And then he let go. Cut it out, he said. It disgusts me. Okay, I said. And I buried it deep. So deep that it only ever comes back to me in dreams. And I learned coquettish gestures to please you, so that you might love me. But I am sick of spilt blood. I am sick of scalpels, and I am sick of white, sterile rooms. I want to let it back, and I have let it back. It glows from me, and it flows in me, and I will have no shame.
Here I perch, aloof and detached, watching the world below, oblivious to my presence. I see the wind filter through the grass and trees, the passage of men, the scurryings of mice. I choose my time when to enter therein, when hunger grips or curiosity beckons. Silent I swoop like death on wings, to feed upon the unsuspecting. Each visit is clinical and brief. I take what I need and return an honest thief.
Then she changed again. From small and flat. She ran a little way in that form, then transformed again. This time into a yearling cow. Shortly afterward, she transformed once more. Becoming a buffalo cow of full maturity. As she reached the bluff at the edge of the camp, the people watched her transform a final time. Into a bony, aged beast who could barely shamble a few steps. Then she disappeared. This snake is lovely. The colourful butterfly is flighty, yet sure of its path. Who am I? I am the human flesh inside. I am fear. I am the child. Memory, it didn't mean me any harm. But then, all once came. They said, see no. They weren't doing it. I was confused. But now I've understood. Can't lie. Because only when there's shadow.
Who are you?
Blood.
Are you in pain?
Of course.
If you keep on bleeding, you will die.
Of course.
You are not my blood.
You are of my blood.
No!
It's your choice. He can't see.
The important thing is what is on the inside.
Are you letting go? Oh, to be born again! Rose red. Rose white. You're so pure, I want to stain you. But I'm your elder sister. You're my sister. You're really tough, you.
What do you see?
What I need to see.
You look like you're going to throw up.
The smell of burning sulfur was in the air.
Stop playing around! We're in there, waiting for you.
I can see it in front of me. The silver slide.
On the outside I felt warm. Yet on the inside I felt a chill.
I turn and try to run, but there are no legs to breeze downwards. So I try to run very slowly, but I can't catch up. As the bottom of the hill looms up, something always happens to soften the blow. A bush or marshy ground.
I was so eager for bad feeling that I stirred up a battle between them.
Basically, Julia, I don't like brown noses.
She looked like she'd been sacrificed. Her belly was split open and her organs were visible.
Yes, have the operation. You don't need the mucus. You're looking very sexy.
Yes, I'm off for the weekend with the hippies.
I think I'll come with you.
You always contradict me.
Come away, little child, to the water and the wild, with the fairy hand in hand, from a world more full of weeping than you can understand.
All the taste of summer, mild on a token breath, but not quite. Grief plays its tune, sad and reflective, inescapable. Why can't we be free? For there is no weight upon us. There are no bonds that tie us.
Away, the child, to the water. Come away, the child, to the water and the wild, with the fairy hand in hand, from a world more full of weeping than you can understand.
Is this the summer? If so, then we shall be happy. Maybe soon. Release comes through suffering. Release from the bonds that tie us.
Come away, little child, to the water. Come away, little child, to the water and the wild, with the fairy hand in hand, from a world more full of weeping than you can understand.
Animus and anima. Change without and within. We remain and are still, wreathed in the dark mists that engulf the same dark field of battle, that same dark time before the dawn, in a land still waiting for redemption. For what is myth or legend? Didn't we all believe that men were united in one land and could be so again? And in reality, there is no conflict within myself, between the new religion and the one that I held before. In essence, they are parts of a whole, and it is only those same dark mists that obscure the way and the means for us in this dark land, in this dark time. For those who cannot see the unity in the essence, it is also possible to find the way. There is no blame upon us.